wanna sound full of myself a rule, but you ain't looking at no other dudes, cause you love me. I'm sorry, baby. So you think about a chance, you find yourself trying to do my dance.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I achieved these finger coils on my curly hair, and I'm excited to announce that this is also a collab with Naturallyphilo, another fabulous YouTuber with a hair texture that's much coilier and kinkier. So if you're interested in seeing how she achieved her beautiful finger coils, head on over to her channel and of course give her a thumbs up, tell her I sent you, and subscribe to her channel. She's so fun and her videos are everything. So without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, so as some of you may know, finger coils do take quite a bit of time, so I went ahead and did the majority of my coils off camera, and I'm going to get started on the final section. So for leave-in, I'm using Shea Moisture's Jamaican Black Castor Oil leave-in. For moisture, I'm using my curl enhancing smoothie, and I'm setting with Eco Styler Gel, the olive oil kind, some duckbill clips, a brush for detangling, and of course my spray bottle with water. Here's just a quick shot of how the brush really helps to define and curl up my ends. I'm going to go ahead and thoroughly detangle this section, and that's just going to make sure my finger coils are extra smooth. And I didn't include a clip, but my hair does have both the leave-in and the curl enhancing smoothie in it at this point. I'm taking pretty small sections for my finger coils and clipping everything else out of the way, and also grabbing a small amount of gel. I'm going to smooth that down the section from root to tip, and then I'm going to grab it at the root and slowly coil it around my finger. I use my pointer and thumb from the other hand to kind of pinch at the root, as you can see there, and then twirl the hair around my index finger and slide down. To go over that process again, I'm going to coil at the root, grab with my index and thumb, and slide down while I continue to twist around my finger. So while I speed through the rest of this footage, I thought I would explain to you guys a little more in depth about my process. Basically, I pinch at the roots to ensure that my coils are sleek. If I didn't do that with my index and thumb finger, the roots would puff up on me and the coil just wouldn't hold as tight. So that's why I want to make sure I pinch at the roots while I continue to coil down the length of my hair. And of course, you want to re-wet with your spray bottle as you go in case your sections dry out on you. And I want to point out that I am coiling pretty tight, and that's because my hair is sort of loose. I'm in the 3 family, probably 3C, 4A, somewhere up in there. So I want to make sure that they're tight enough that they actually hold and that the coils don't loosen up on me or become puffy and undefined. Don't judge y'all, I know I'm not the only one that sings when they're doing their hair. I was actually listening to Kehlani's new album, Sweet Sexy Savage. I'm really feeling that at the moment. I really like, what's it called? Get Like and Too Much. Those are my jams. But the whole album's pretty good. Leave me a comment if you've heard the album and let me know what songs you're feeling. But anyway, I'm done with my finger coils, and I'm just going to give you guys a little close-up shot, see what they're looking like. Okay, so to dry, I just wrapped my hair in my satin scarf and slept overnight. And then I'm coating my hands with this argan oil to add some shine before I separate. And as you can see, the shrinkage is crazy. It's never been realer, but the bounce back is insane. I love how springy it made my hair. And I'm just clipping the top half out of the way to go ahead and separate the bottom. So to separate your coils, you just want to find where it naturally wants to come apart at the root, and then coil each half back around your finger to make sure you keep the form of the finger coil. I believe I separated each coil around 2 to 3 times. It's really just up to you and your personal preference, but my goal was just to get some more volume and to make my hair fluffier, because as you can see, the finished finger coils are very tame and a little flat. Here's a little side-by-side comparison just to show you the difference that separating makes. You can see it's much fluffier on the side that I went ahead and separated. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my hair. Alright, so after I fluffed and separated my entire head, these were my day 1 results. I was really feeling them. I do have shrinkage, but I think it's fun to switch it up from the wash and go. As you can see, my ends are a little bit frizzy just from separating. That was gonna happen. It is what it is. But I still think overall the style came out really pretty. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you a couple ways I decided to style my coils just for fun. So the first one is basically a little half up, half down situation, and I left a few coils out on each side just for a little extra something. Okay, for the second style, I really didn't know what to call it, but I'm just kind of creating this little hump in the front of my hair and bobby pinning it into place. And then the third and final style is another half up, half down with a few hair jewels added in just because. Okay guys, so I just wanted to hop back on and show you how my finger coils have held up throughout the week. It's about day 5 or 6, so they did pretty well. I think they still look pretty good. It's definitely a little bit looser up in the root because I've been putting my hair up and down out of buns throughout the week. But I'm still loving the way that it's looking, and it's definitely gotten a little bit more volume, so I'm a fan of that. What do I have to say about finger coils? I like them. It's cool for a change. It's not a wash and go, so I'm happy about that. But I am not at all a fan of how long it took me to do my hair. It took me about 4 hours, maybe a little bit more. And on top of that, my pointer finger was burning. It was on fire, guys. I think that's probably me just being extra and coiling them too tight. But my finger was hurting for a few days after I set my style. So that was not really that cool with me. I was a little worried about it. Don't worry, all's well. My finger is back to normal, but that was a little bit concerning for me. I hope you guys enjoyed my finger coils or my take on them. And if you want to see how they looked on Naturallyphilo, be sure to go over to her channel, give her a big thumbs up, and tell her that I sent you in the comments. Her channel is so dope. Her personality is hilarious, and her hair is gorgeous. So trust me, you'll love her stuff. Subscribe and you won't be disappointed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye!